everybody, welcome to Lisa's Art Room. We are going to be doing a final flip through of my completed Bees and Blossoms junk journal, singular. And I'm gonna get you guys pulled up so I can see chat. Hopefully someone will let me know sounds okay. She's all done. She's bulky. It's a full journal. Thank you for letting me know sound is good, Dawn. All right, so let's go ahead, get this camera pulled up so we can do this flip through. 1 second. Sorry about all the bumping around. Cover on there. Okay, looks good. All right, so ended up a little bit bigger than I thought it was gonna, but it's cute. So I got her all finished. This journal is 3 signatures, 120 pages, counting the doilies. If you don't count the doilies, it's 108 pages. So it's pretty big, bigger than I had anticipated. It's sewn in, has a charm tassel with beads and charms, different types of ribbons. There's some charms hiding in here somewhere. Can't see them. Hold on. There they are. So various bees. Little bees, big bees. And just some yellow beads. Beads and bees. That's a mouthful. And then it is a clip-on. Sorry, trying to do it and hold it. It's a clip-on, so you've got a little extra large clip-on bee there, and that clips on as well, and then this clips on and off for removable. It's just got a little lobster claw, so it can be easily removed if it gets in your way. So that's that one. It's cute. The back has some crochet flowers. Got some lace, and then the front has a bee that's got some glossy accents on it, and it has like some puffy stuff underneath it to make it a little bit 3D. The wings aren't quite all the way down, so they have just some dimension to them. More crocheted flowers. So it's a nice journal. So I will be selling this journal for $145 plus shipping. Tax if you're in Georgia. Anywhere else, the tax isn't automatic. And I left the strings on each of the signatures so that charms could be added later if you wanted. If you don't like the strings, you can cut them off. That's up to you. So this has a built-in pocket in the back, and that fits the writing board. Two-sided writing board. Oh, I haven't coated it. Well, totally space coating it. I'm just going to do it right now because I will forget. Not that you can't tell. It's pretty easy to tell if it's coated or not. I coat it just to give it a little extra protection from the elements. And what I like to use is this microglaze and then a little bit of beeswax. Let me put something down. Don't get it everywhere, but it just rubs on and it just gives it a nice water resistant finish. rub it on, do both sides. I'm surprised I forgot it. Honestly, I was so busy doing the dangle and the sewing in the signatures. Just kind of space this little part. You don't usually watch me do this anyway, so I guess that's good. You get to see how I do it. So you just put that on there and then pick a clean part of your cloth. This is just like, it's actually a tea towel, I think. Some material I cut up, cotton. And you just buff it out. It doesn't really feel sticky or anything. It just feels smooth. Once you buff it out, it's pretty much, you don't really feel it. And once it totally dries and cures, and then it really doesn't have much of a feeling. But it definitely makes it water resistant. I'm not going to show you, but just trust me. And then after I do that, I like to take my beeswax and I just give it a little coat of beeswax. And I don't know why. It's just, I like it. I like the way it feels. It gives it a little bit of a more texture, I guess. A little bit of added protection. These are just sewing ones I get from Joann's. You can just use a regular beeswax, but I saw this and I was like, you know what, I just need a little chunk, and I've had this for probably 3 years at least. And just take a clean part, go over that, smooth out the wax. I'll show you what this looks like close up. This just makes it very water resistant, so if you were to set it on your table or something and you accidentally spilt something, you would have a chance to pick it up and wipe it off without it destroying it. Okay, so there we go. I love the way it feels. Some of you have bought them and you know what I mean. They just have a really nice feel to them. Okay, so that's all I do for that. So that's our writing board all finished. All right, and like I was saying, it can go either here in this pocket. There's also a front pocket, or it can fit in the side pocket. Okay, so several choices for that. So it's 3 signatures. I put lace on some of the edges, some ribbons. I didn't do all of them because not all of them were they didn't really work well with lace, so I just left some of them. So this little envelope that we did, I just left it in this front pocket. It has, see if I can figure out which way the string goes. Oh, there it is. It's got a little tag on it. I don't remember what's in it. All right, so it's got little tickets up here and flips out, and it's got some side tuck tickets. Okay, and then a little tuck there and a little tuck there. This is cute. Wraps around the string, and I'm just going to leave it here. If you want to put it anywhere else, I usually include a little bit of extra ephemera, maybe some ribbon and things when I sell these, so you could always make another belly band or anything like that, or a pocket. There are still places that could be done. So lots of bead papers. This is the doily I was referring to. It's in each one, so technically both sides is like 4 pages. So if you take that off, it's the 108, not the 120. I counted it. Some people count things like that. Some people don't. So it's just to give you a realistic figure. So these are little pull-out journaling spaces, and they just fit in there nicely. There's several. They're all the same basically. And then cards, journal on the back. There's a see-through window there, and that holds this little tag. And then also, put it in there, there is a tuck one on the side. So several little pockets on that. And then on the back, there's a flip out with some fabric. A little bee. This is rice paper, ribbon on there. It's the same as I used on that writing board. A little bit of lace on there. This is on like a mulberry paper. And then this is a multi-tuck pocket. So you got big tag. I like the little tuxedo look to it. A couple of tags there. And then a little fold-out booklet with some tags, tickets, and a multi-layer flower there. This is a piece of paper that I sewed together on both sides, folded over, added a ribbon for a pocket. It's got a pocket on both sides, and there's something in the pocket. It's either going to be a little ledger paper picture with ledger on the back. You could write on it. If you do, it will go through. I would highly suggest, if you're going to write on it, maybe add a piece of paper or something on the back first with like a glue stick. But it's mostly just for looking at. And of course, you put whatever you want in the pocket, and just some decoration, a little flip up sticker, and that's just for writing on. And our center has lots of writing space. So this has a lot of writing space. So this is the strings I'm talking about. And if you don't like them long like that, you can just tie them into a bow and leave them in the center like that. Or like I said, you can add a charm dangle to them. Some people like to have little dinglies on the bottom. I didn't have hardly any more bee charms left, so I just left it. And tickets. It's a tag. It's a tag. Sticker that's, I believe, peaches. I can't tell for sure. It's either peaches or oranges. They've got like a little line, so I'm thinking they're supposed to be peaches. A decoration, another ledger paper. Pretty sure they all have different pictures. And then this is another tuck. This one has 2 spots on it instead of 3. They're sewed onto a book page and put in here. And this one has a side tuck on the back. I think the other one was completely glued down. And I chose to put a side tuck on this one. Okay, and we have another little tuck with one of those mini notepads for journaling. Some more old-fashioned, vintage-looking book page. These are my porch prints, I believe, and these are images that usually you can find off of like Library of Congress and things like that. They're old books, and you can almost always find them there. But that one happens to be from the Busy Bee bundle. I put a little bit of flower lace on there. And this is our specimen card page. These spin around so you can see through them. Or you could just take the brad off if you wanted to take them off and on. I wouldn't. wouldn't really suggest doing it a lot because the little legs will probably break. And then I put some of that, I think it's called twill ribbon. It's very heavy. And coffee dyed stenciled paper doily. It's got a little sticker with some flowers. And then this is, I don't think it has a pocket. Let's see. No, it's all the way glued down. It's just got several tags. And they're not decorated. Honestly, I wasn't sure what to do with them. It was a little tutorial I saw, and I talked about it when I did it, but you could decorate them up if you wanted, or write on them possibly with like a jelly pen or something, I think. They're not super thick, so they don't, just have to be real careful getting them in and out because they're kind of flimsy. But there's another one there, and then there's one here. So that's little, just ticket tucks. That's the end of the first signature. Hey, Bonnie. All right, second signature. Another doily with a couple little just flower stickers. This is one of my older digital paintings I did. It's just honey and apples. Got some ribbon on there. I just did that with the needle nose pliers, just twisted it. And then this is reversible. It has this two sides, and then you can flip it over and have opposite sides. Just depends on what you're in the mood for. But there's lots of little tuck spots in here. Some tiny tickets. And then on the other side, make sure it's all the way in. Other side, we got these. And this one. It says be creative. Okay, and it's up to you which side you like. Doesn't really matter which one shows. And I just put it on with a paper clip. Okay, and this has a little charm on it. Little bee. And some ribbon that was sewed in there. Little paper, or not paper, fabric flip up. It's just, this was a Tim Holtz, I believe. I'm trying to remember what that stamp was. It's one of the stamps I have. I think it's Tim Holtz. Do I have it handy? I don't like to quote the wrong thing, but I feel like that's what it was. Y'all probably remember more than me. It's one of the ones I bought recently. Very recently. Let's see, this is die cuts. Some stamps. What is that? Let's see if it's in here. If it's in here or not. There's all kinds of stuff in here. I don't see it. Well, I don't remember, guys. I'll search it up later if I can't figure it out. But I feel like it was Tim Holtz. That's my guess. But I'll probably know. It came with, what did it come with? I feel like it came with something field notesy. Maybe the bugs? Did it come with the bugs? Maybe? I have stuff all over my room right now. I don't know where anything is. I think it came with the bugs. Anyway, it's got a little tuck spot with just a song. I just kind of left it sticking out. Another song there. And this flips out, and that little journaling card shows through the window. This is a junk mail envelope. You could hide, you know, writing under there or a picture or whatever. Some more of that twill. And then these little books are removable. They've got Velcro on them. They all have little pictures and some journaling spots in them. Fun for secret writing. And they just stick on there with some Velcro. They're all about the same. And then we've got a little pull out, some bee stencils. And that goes there. Sticker, a little coin envelope. I didn't put anything in it. Stuck it there. More writing space. That's our center of our second. One of those little mini notebooks for writing. Some of them are glued in, some more just paper clipped in. That one's glued. And no pocket. This has a pocket here. Don't look like I have anything in there. And then some more of those journaling spots. This one's good for a jelly pen. These have like bronze, gold kind of edges on them, which I think looks nice. Coffee dyed paper, a little label there, another specimen card, a little beehive. This has a book page, beehives and appliances, and try to stay centered. A little pocket for this beehive card, and then on the back, another beehive thing. Lots of beehive stuff. And then this is another one of the flip out notepads. So yeah, this one's highly journal, like lots of journaling space. It's a picture I took just a couple of days ago from my sunflowers. I have like sunflowers that I just let grow. My bird feeder, I feed my birds the black seed sunflowers, and it grows everywhere. If any falls on the ground, it just sprouts up, starts growing. And so I end up with all around my bird feeder like a billion sunflowers, and it's like I'll usually end up pulling half of them, but I let a bunch grow, and then they produce decent flowers. That's where this one came from too. This was a painting I did from one of my photos from my garden. We'll call it a garden. It's not really a garden, but bee ribbon, doily, and this little sunflower ribbon. And that's the end of the second one. Third one, get a little bit of lace there. Coffee dyed paper. Another one of those little coin envelopes. This one has a closure. Nothing in there. Just go around. And it's just on a little tuck there. On the other side, this is the picture I took the other day from those sunflowers around my bird feeder. So just a whole bunch of variations of them. Had a ton of bees on them, which is good. And wildflowers of America, I thought that fit. And just put it on there with some ribbon pull. And another one of these little tucks, this picture. Doily. And this is a double belly band envelope project I did. It's got Velcro, and then it just opens up so you can just journal with a jelly pen, and both of them open. And then this is a bookmark, and it's just hidden behind them as a belly band. Okay. more rice paper. So this is one of the My Porch prints papers. And then on the other side, I've got another one of those notepad thingies. Coffee dyed paper mostly in that one. And that one's just paper clipped. Lots of paper clips in this one. So I just made these pretty. I thought they look a little better that way. Another one of those little flip overs. This one, this. Tucks, tickets. It says beehives and appliances. And then on the other side, got Be Creative, little perfume label, bees, tickets with hives, and this little tuck with a little stencil bee on there. So whichever side you like, you can go either way. Okay, and this is the center for journaling. Hey Kim. And this is cute. This is a little rub-on transfer that I put onto a card with some vellum, I believe, and then it's got a little honeycomb on a piece of heavy vellum, and it fits into the jar, and you can actually see it in the jar. See it? So it's just a little fun interactive thing. Okay. And just a little, that's the one I used on the writing board as well. And just left that blank. These are some little wiggly bees put on here with the little wobbles, so they wiggle around. And then some vellum flowers. They're rub-on transfers put onto pieces of vellum to give them a little 3D. They've got like different layers with like a foam tape to give them a little bit of a layered look. And on the other side we got a picture from My Porch Prints. And then more bee ribbon on rice paper. This was from a calendar. And then on the back it's just got some journaling space paper. Doily. Another one of these pockets. This one has a coffee dyed sunflower stenciled paper. I just put that one in there, so I ran out of the ledger ones. And then on this one we've got another one of those little writing spots. And pretty little image with some rub-on transfers. These are fussy cut, and then this is just cut out with the honeycombs on there with some lunar paste. And coffee dyed paper. And then last but not least, we've got this little fabric flip. It has a little bee-eye embroidered by hand. So I embroidered that on there. And this plant was from my garden. I forget what it was. I think it's a bush out front. I put it through my die cutter, embossing the Big Shot thing, and it squeezes out all of the like juices of the plant onto the material, and it makes an impression. So that's an actual plant impression. Another little bee charm there, I sewed it in there, and then just a couple of different layers of fabrics, just for, it's mostly just, you know, tucks, you know, for something to touch. And then I left a little piece of paper in here with some ribbon for journaling on, and then that's the last page in there. Okay, so that is our journal. I hope y'all like it. It's actually really nice. I like it. I wasn't sure how I would feel about bees, but, and I like bees, don't get me wrong, I just didn't know if I could do a whole journal with them, but I did. So that is our journal. Like I said, if you want to buy it, it's first come, first serve. So whoever either messages me first If I don't get a message, I will put it on my web page, which is elisasartroom.com. So if nobody says anything soon, then that's what I will do. $145 plus shipping. Shipping tends to run $10 to $12 on average. Okay. All right. So next, we got to figure out what we're doing. I'm leaning toward doing a little Christmas in July project. I was just gonna jump straight to Halloween, but I think I will. And then I'll probably do more Christmas later, but since it is July, and everyone's doing Christmas in July, guys. And I think I have plenty of Christmas stuff. I actually just got my Stencil of the Month Club little basic package with the Santa's North Pole. This one might still be available today. I don't know if today's the last day or if it was yesterday. But if you didn't get it, you could go look on Stencil of the Month Club. Use my code ARTROOM if you're not already a member. And I don't know what they give you for the basic. Usually, sometimes it's free. You're like one with using my code ARTROOM. Sometimes it's like 50% off, so I'm not 100% sure. But it was a cute little set. So I've got that, and I've got tons of Christmas stuff. I know I have a ton of Christmas stuff. But what I was thinking of doing is a little golden book. So I have this one I bought at Goodwill probably a couple years now, and it's like 1987, but it's in good shape. So it's probably, newer or was just never really used, but I'm gonna turn this one into a journal. I haven't done a little golden books yet, turned into a journal. So I've cut some spine pieces, and that's what I'm leaning toward. I put out a poll. I didn't get a whole lot of answers, and I would like to try one of these, so I might do this. So y'all have to let me know. Like I said, I got like one answer each for the question I asked, so might do that. I won't spend too much time on it. I would love to keep it just in July, but I might run into August. You know me, I'm slow, so we'll see. And then I will probably do probably straight to Halloween, and then after Halloween, probably Christmas, because I plan to do, I usually will try to do a Halloween vignette and a Christmas vignette. I'm not sure if I do vignettes this year. Y'all have to let me know if you want to see one, and if you maybe want to see one more than the other. I don't think I did a Christmas vignette last year. I know I did one maybe the year before. And I did a Halloween one for sure last year. I don't tend to sell them because they're really difficult to ship, honestly. But they are fun to do, and I do like doing them. I love doing miniatures. So probably do the Christmas in July, Halloween, then Christmas again, is my guess of what I'll do. I'm going to skip fall because I already have 2 fall journals that haven't sold, so I'm not going to do more. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching the process of making this journal. Like I said, it turned out much better than I thought it would. That seems horrible, but it really did. So anyway, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. I will be back on Wednesday, and we'll try to get started with whatever project we're doing. Thinking about doing a painting. I actually have like a peony photograph that one of the free reference people that I follow posted. I do like it. I'm not sure if I'm in the mood to paint, so I'll have to decide. So anyway, we'll start with the Christmas in July, probably the little golden books, and not sure how it will go. Like I said, I've never done one, so we'll go with that. But y'all let me know what you think, please, in the comments. Tell me what you want to see, because I try to do what, the majority of you want. All right, take care. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. See you guys on Wednesday. All right, bye-bye.